To wrap up what we've learned, we're going to make a foldable. And this is the factoring foldable that I use in Math 1. And so it covers quadratic trinomials in the form x squared plus bx plus c, quadratic trinomials when we have a leading coefficient, and then the difference of squares. So let's start with factoring quadratic trinomials in the x squared plus bx plus c. So the first thing that you're going to do is set up your box in your t-chart. Now remember, your box, always what's going to go here is the first term, or the x squared, and then remember your constant, or your c, goes here. And then remember that these two are your linear factors, so these two are always going to add to bx. Okay, so then what we are going to do next is figure out the outside dimensions. So this is the area, we've got to figure out the dimensions. So for x squared, my dimensions have to be x and x, and that's not going to change. But what goes here and here have to be the factors of c that add to b. So factors of c that add to b. And once you figure out what those factors are, then they wind up going right here, and then that's going to get us the middle term. And so then you're going to wind up with linear factors. So it's going to be x plus some number or minus some number, and then x plus some number here. So let's apply. So in this example, x squared minus 5x minus 24, we are first going to set up our box. And so the x squared goes here, and then in this case my c is negative 24. And then something x and something x. So we know that x is going to go here. But now we got to figure out what's going to go here. So that's where we go to our t-chart, and we're looking for factors of negative 24, but it has to add to 5. Sorry, adds to negative 5. So I start by listing out my factors of 24, like 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. 5 won't go into 24. I've met in the middle. So now out of all the factors I've listed, which ones is going to add to negative 5? Well, there's no way 1 and 24 will get me there. There's no way 2 and 12 will get me there. So what about 3 and 8? Well, 3 minus 8 is going to add to negative 5. So it looks like we've got our winner. So now I know that 3 is going to go here and negative 8 can go there. So when I multiply, I have a 3x and a negative 8x. And so now I have my dimensions. So my dimensions are x plus 3 and x minus 8, or my factors are x plus 3 and x minus 8. And that, when you multiply and distribute out, you're going to get the area of x squared minus 5x minus 24.